Hello, everybody. We are back, and it is Game 5 time. The silver strips have been played. The hands have been drawn. These teams are ready to go, and this game is gonna decide who is going to the finals to face SGR. And I cannot wait. Anti is still here with me. How you doing, man? How you feeling?
All right. So that was an incredibly strong game from the side of Udyr. And immediately they're going to take away the Follow Bear, they're going to take out the Draven, and they're going to take away the Camille. Like we said, the Camille was doing so much work. Like, Django's been phenomenal up in this top lane. And, they're just going to take away the Rumble, they're going to take away the Kassadin. And, we'll see what else Udyr decides to take away here. But, like, right now, I think the name of the game is just get Django ahead, and Django will hard carry, because this man has been doing so much work.
There was a time where I was casting an Udyr game, and I said all of these men have the hands, and Django by himself has had the hands throughout this series. He's giving Crit Addict every game a hard lane, either completely beating him or neutralizing it and making it as difficult for him to play as possible. So I cannot wait for this conclusion. And the first pick we get is a support, which is going to kill my hype instantly. But Lulu has been selected, and what can we say?
I mean, Lulu, like we said before, Lulu has a first pick, a very strong pick here, because she can triple flex, and if you pick like a hyper scaling AD carry behind it, opens up a lot. And the fact that Lulu's first pick, perfectly fine. You can flex it everywhere. We like it. We like it a lot. And Photograph gonna take up the Ziggs.
Yordles are coming out. The bomber is here. Are you ready, man? Are you ready?
Oh boy,
Ziggs has arrived onto the Rift.
Yeah, like you said, Photograph has been playing Ziggs to great effect, and last game we saw it do a lot of work. The question is, what do they pair it with? Because they paired it with Leona last time. Oh, so they're going to pick it up again?
Yep. This combo, it might have not looked how effective it was, but if you saw that damage chart at the end, you saw how much Ziggs puts out. The CC just allows Ziggs to just unload how much damage. His damage is based around you having the ability to dodge it. Leona holding you in place, that R landing in the middle is just boom dynamite, and apparently they are going back to it. I cannot wait with so much aggression, and Seraphine has been selected.
Okay.
And Karma is also here.
Okay. Alright, I see you. Alright.
So POG are putting all of their eggs in the Crow basket. And what can we say? They have a lot of faith that he can pull this through.
Give me something good. Like, give me like a Jinx or like a Tristana or like, I don't know. Like, Udyr have to be banning away the hyperscalers at this point. Because that's looking really scary.
Yeah, and it looks like they're picking lanes. And finally, Django has unlocked the Jax. This is something he plays a lot in solo queue. He's a really big Jax guy. Jax is still one of the best scaling top laners in the game. He can completely run over it if he gets ahead. And with him being selected, this is so much CC with the Counter-Strike and everything that Leona offers already being picked up. I don't even know what to say. I'm really excited for what both teams are.
Okay, so they're banning away the Jinx. Yeah, like I said, Udyr has to get these hyperscaling AD carries off of the table, because if you don't, you got 3 supports on top of this. Like, this is going to be incredibly scary to play into. POG are going to take away the Lilia from Soximus. Just don't want to let more AoE CC to be in Udyr's hands. So they're banning away the Jinx. I'm hoping that this is going to be a Trist ban or something along those lines.
It's definitely going to be another hyper AD scare.
Okay,
it looks
so
like they're going to opt for the Kog'Maw
perfectly
instead.
acceptable.
Crow is not a big Tristana guy, so I don't think he's going to go into that avenue. With Talia being taken away and the Lilia there, trying to pinch the jungle pull from Soximus as much as possible. Though these are all the champions we've seen him play, and it's going to be interesting to see what he has in his wheelhouse next. He's going up against champions that have a bunch of heals, a bunch of shields. Basically, one carry is just going to be a monster, but if that carry dies, there's pretty much nothing to offer. And now Sylas is what's going to be the pick here. These are 3 ultimates that are huge for Sylas to steal. If you want to see the I forget the name of the Seraphine ultimate, but Sylas does it better.
No. There's no way. There's absolutely no way.
They're just hovering supports. They're trolling us a bit.
Yeah, this is
not going to lock in. That's going to be a little bit of over-indexing, but it's going to be Yasuo's brother coming out with Yone being picked up, and this is the carry that they're putting all the eggs in. And they're going to need a jungler, so yeah, that's going to just be a no AD carry composition. And this is the selection. Let's see what this is going to be. I believe it is the Xin Zhao. So once they lock in the Xin Zhao, that's going to be Xin Zhao jungle. The Yone is most likely still going to be going mid. I don't think they would attempt to play Yone bot. It seems very not good. So the Seraphine is probably going to be your bot lane pick, and you put the Lulu top, is my guess. It's going to be Seraphine Karma in the bot lane.
Yeah,
and
I don't know how to feel about this.
I feel it sucks to be Leona, but everyone else is pretty happy with their life.
Yeah. Like, I feel like you just pick, like, Ram... Yeah.
Oh, baby, is it the ball? Is it the ball who's coming out?
You just bring out the Rammus. You hit E on one of them, and they eventually die.
So you have, even though there's a bunch of magic damage, these are all very supportive champions and aren't really heavy on the magic damage. So you have Rammus, both your carries are 80 threat, and you have the best armor stacking tank in the game, with Rammus coming out to help them kill themselves as they try to beat this turtle down.
This is a really interesting draft. I don't like it whatsoever, because the one big thing to do to counter roaming deathball comps is to split push. And you literally already have Django playing the Jax. They have everything set up for a split push.
Yeah, I don't know. I think Udyr has been playing amazingly. I think they take this last game. I think they have all the tools. They have the simplicity, but enough of all the predictions, because we're about to find out as Game 5 of the losers bracket finals is right here on the way.
This is going to be relatively interesting, to say the least. If I don't know if POG somehow managed to win with this, I'm quitting League of Legends. That's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah, they're really indexing into the team fight, but that's with the knowledge knowing that Django can't be 1v1 by anyone, so he could just opt to split push. So if OOD falls behind, they could just opt to not fight anymore, and that could just be the odd solution anyway. But this is a role spot. I will like to inform you, Gunsey is going to be taking the Xin Zhao in the jungle. Bobrovsky, who is the superstar jungler, is now going into the support lane, as he is going to be taking the Seraphine in the support role.
Yeah, and
in the AP carry role, I suppose.
And one of the other big things here is that you also now have a team with little to no wave clear into Ziggs, on top of the team that wants to split push into your roaming deathball comp. I don't know about this one, to say the least. But you know, if the execution's on point, maybe they can make something happen here. Big Twig getting some good trades off in the mid lane. Crow's just gonna eke out the advantage.
Oh yeah, Big Twig is gonna be he's gonna take a bit of a bad trade, as that's gonna be the Q landing. Crow's playing this lane really I believe this game is gonna be a lot around on how well Big Twig can survive. And he doesn't have to do much, as the level 2 gank has already been coming in. As Xin Zhao is there, he's flashed E, but didn't get the knockup, so that's just a wasted flash. And Big Twig's gonna be happy sitting underneath his tower with that wave already pushing in.
Yeah, meanwhile in bot lane, you know, Photograph and Antunes, they're just going to chill out. They're just going to be farming up. They don't really need to, like, go for kills, because Photograph will scale anyway. But if they want to go for kills, they definitely have that avenue. They have Rammus in the jungle. They have the Leona. Like, they have more than enough lockdown to take this.
Yeah, and for everyone who is wondering of where these role spots come from, if Crow the Moonlit, he does not play a lot of AD carry in solo queue. He is mainly a mid laner. AD carry is his secondary, but he plays a lot of mid, so he probably has a lot of experience into this matchup. Bobrovsky has swapped to the AD carry role during the season, so this is not a surprising swap that they would take this, and I guess they just needed someone to play jungle, and the only one you can have do that is Gunsey. And he's playing a champion like Xin Zhao, who is the picture of simplicity. This is basically unscrubbable, so I can understand what they're doing, but this really changed up your team dynamic of how you guys communicate, how this is going to work, how you're going to be effective. So it's going to be interesting to see whether or not they can make this work in kind of an environment that they haven't been in before.
Especially because this is game 5. Now, Gunsey going in on Django here, but Soximus is right around the corner.
Yeah, and this is a lot. The ball is rolling, and the counter-strike is available, and the teleports are coming in. Gunsy is getting caught out, but that's a bunch of damage onto Django. The flash away is going to come through, and Gunsy's going to drop. Now, Big Twig is here. He is collecting up the damage. Crow the Moonlit is also here with the teleport. He's going for the dash, and Soximus doesn't have much as he's taking these autos, and he is going to be dropping to the E as that has come through. Django is teleporting back in. The E is not going to land. It's going to be 2 kills picked up for the side of POG as they've gotten one onto this Lulu and this Yone.
Yeah, and crucial early pickups here. Oh, Antune's going to go right in.
Yeah, it looks like Antunes is going to opt to go for this trade. This is a highly aggressive one as the exhaust has already come out. In fact, Ecto was going to get that route. And the damage is just going to come out as Antunes is not going to be able to find an avenue to do anything. But the mana is out from Bobrovsky. He does not have much follow-up after that. And that is going to be all she wrote. As there's another gank coming for Django. He doesn't have a ward yet, so he shouldn't know this is coming. But there is going to be a little bit of a concern of Django being able to turn this. The dump is available. He's just going to ward and jump out, as that's going to be all she wrote for that gank. But now you're in a position where the fighting has not stopped. The ball is there. Now Ecto was just going to solo kill Photograph, as that's going to be all of it for that side. As now they're just going to chase down Soximus. Soximus has nothing else in his kit available to him, so that is going to be a bunch of lanes going down, and POG picking up a really series of early advantages.
Yeah, you know, that's going to be 2 early kills over to POG, and, you know, OOD are playing really disrespectfully here. You know, Soximus looks like he's going to be going down again.
Yeah, and this is a level 3 Rammus. He has no smite, so he is going to have smite available. The dashback has come through. Ecto is going to be flashing in. He's going to land the Q past the Leona, so that's it for that. As now they're going to look to continue to go in. Crow has flashed in, and this is the peel coming out from Photograph that is going to prevent anything further from happening. But so many deaths have now come through, and this is a big series of advantage for POG. OOD needs to clean it up. This is a composition where you'll win if you do nothing, so stop doing things.
Yeah, and one of the big things here, like, this is an Ocean Dragon on turn 1. So this could be either a Mountain, a Cloud, or an Infernal. If it is a Cloud Soul, the game is winnable even if they get the Soul. Otherwise, the other two are so ridiculously difficult to play into that... Okay, so it's not going to be a Mountain, so it could be a Cloud or an Infernal. If it's an Infernal Soul and POG get it, the game's just over.
Yeah, that would be a really difficult avenue to fight in. But look at these CS advantages. This 22 CS on the Lulu at 6 minutes. She's struggling into Django, who's still managing to put out that pressure, even though he's been ganked twice already. And now even all your gold is kind of congested onto this Karma. So I don't know if you're OD or you're very concerned about where this gold lead actually is located onto enemies.
Oh, Crow? All right, Soximus
Crow is now taking a big trade. Both R's are going to go wide. Now Soximus is looking to get the route. He's not going to be able to find it. Gunsy has dashed in, and he has the speed to follow up. That is going to be all she wrote for the trade. And honestly, is another series of advantages that are not really being capitalized on, as Big Twigs has done a very good job at surviving in this lane.
And, like, Soximus on this Rams pick looks very uncomfortable, honestly. While, like, technically, it is a good pick overall. It just hasn't really been doing anything, and Soximus just hasn't gotten a chance to make anything happen.
Yeah, he has been trying to scale as much as possible. Honestly, he doesn't need to gank as much as he has been. That's the Xin Chao's job. If the Xin Chao finds ganks, he needs that. Rammus is someone who can very well do even just getting that CS, getting those items, collecting up as much gold as possible. He's already gotten a lot of health early into the matchup, so he is looking to scale now. And we're at the point where these bot lanes have enough wave clear. The lost chapters are in where there shouldn't be very much fighting happening unless an R is going to land from Bobrovsky.
And, you know, Photograph and Antunes, they're just going to continue to farm up. Not looking to make those, you know, risky engages like they did the last time. Because, you know, Bobrovsky and Fat Ectomorph, while they're not necessarily going to be outputting the most damage, they have so much to stay up in the spot lane.
Yep, Gunsy's doing a good job making sure that Crit Addict can get this wave in safely, and he looks like he's going to opt to just continue to clear or go for this Rift Herald as the wave pressure is there and Rammus has not been seen on the map for quite some time. But the waves are being pushed in onto this bot side, so they're going to need to be concerned about a possible move from the Leona, who is now taking her base, and Karma is not. So that is going to be a small problem, as Photograph has chosen to go for an auto attack on the tower and in a very aggressive manner that could have resulted in his death, but he is going to be able to walk it out very safely for the moment.
And, you know, Ziggs with a lost chapter, very comfortable right now. Django just looking to continue to farm up and make use of that lead to eventually get to the split push beast that Jax becomes.
Oh, and Big Twig is doing a good job dodging these Qs. A really good trade onto the side of Pro the Moonlit. He dodged enough of the Qs to make the damage very equal. He's been playing this lane way better than he has been for the rest of the series. And this is something they really needed to be consistent for this game, especially with the avenues that they had been struggling with. But now he's low on mana. The Herald has been taken. He has teleport available, so he is going to need to base, but he's basing in front. He's going to need to be concerned that Gunsey is going to be looking for a dive here, but the wave is quite thin, so it shouldn't be too concerned that he's going to die on the tower here.
Yeah, and like at this point, Big Twig's just gonna continue to farm up. Like the good trades, they're nice and all. You just back here, TP back, should be fine. But Gunsey going to be dropping the Rift Herald, and like Big Twig just wanted a back for such a long time, and it's been getting continually stopped.
Yeah, he cancels his recall, but he has stolen the ultimate from the side of now he's going. That's going to be the dash in from Crow. He's gone onto the Rammus now that Big Twig has dashed out, so that is not going to be anything further. But yeah, Big Twig has been praying to back. He honestly probably should have just taken the back anyway. You know the Rift Herald's going to go down. There's nothing you can do to prevent it when it's right in front of your tower. But in the position that they are in, with both Rammus and Xin Zhao being relatively equal, none of them have really achieved very much in the early game, and they have Antunes here to hold the wave. This is not the worst spot for Big Twig to be in. As now that's going to be the R and the flash from Antunes. That's going to force Crow to use his Q3 out, but that's going to be nothing further. He still keeps his flash, and that's a lot committed from Antunes. Honestly, if you're the coach of OOD, you're saying, please, just relax.
Yeah, you know, Antunes wanted to make something happen, and the Solar Flare just barely misses, so the Zenith Blade goes wide. Even despite the fact that he
oh my god, look at this.
Oh my
Two
god,
plates
Django?
in Crit Addict's space. This is a concern for the laning phase, because Lulu doesn't, that matchup does not get any easier, and Crit was going to take a base anyway with the teleport available, so now he's in a position where he can just base, come back to lane with an item advantage and still be super strong. Antu's just going to walk him out. He's too tanky for Crow to really be effectively killing at this moment. And honestly, this is going to be a big Jax. He has Triforce at 11 minutes. As now, that's going to be Gunsey going in, and they are still fighting. All the teleports are coming in. A lot of damage. Antunes is going to walk it out by the skin of his teeth, but that is not going to be the same for Gunsey, as he's caught out. He's taking a lot of damage from Soximus. Are they going to be able to pick it up? Big Twig is going to find that the W is going to be there. Jax is still fighting. Django has not managed to find anything further. The stun is going to come out. Crow is looking for Antunes and has not gotten it yet. They are going to pick up both. Good kills on the side of Crow. He is taking a lot of damage. He is trying to survive with all the heals and shields. He is still going, and that, look at all the
this
healing.
Yone will not die.
Yone is popping off as he's picked up everybody in a big fight.
Yeah, and you know, Yone's getting
and
so
he is
much
not done yet. There's the speed is there, and he's looking for it. The Q3 is not going to land, but the R is there. He's taking the tower, so he's going to give over a shutdown. But honestly, that is a big series of events for the side of POG, as they have managed to completely dominate with Crow onto this Yone pick.
Yeah, and you know, the Yone pick, honestly, was something that we were kind of concerned about. But with that much healing and shielding, if nobody picks up, you know, anything to deal with that, like, it's going to be so ridiculously difficult for them to eventually kill the Yone. Like, they need some sort of healing reduction. If someone can pick up a Serpent's Fang, that would be great, but it's very hard to fit it into the scene comp.
Yeah, that's probably not going to be the avenue. Basically, they just need to burst with damage. With raw damage, they need to be able to just get through all the healing and shielding. If Yone gets to the point where he can just keep autoing and keep fighting through everything, that's where you don't want to be. But a lot of this is just unnecessary. They don't need to be fighting right now. This is not the point in the game where you're stronger. And with everyone trying to be kited out and just letting Yone just constantly get these autos off, there's not going to be enough to kill him with no damage still left available with just a Sylas.
Yeah, and look at this, Yone, like, more than half of the time, like, literally over half of his health bar is just shields, and Yone's getting so much done here.
Big Twig does a good job dodging that second D, and then the R is going to be getting. They're both going to be stunned at the same time, but he's tanking the tower, so he knows he's going to go down, and that's a lot of gold to give over to Silas, who is going to be pretty big on how significant he can be. But honestly, this is just another situation for OOD where they just need to not be fighting so early into the game.
And Crow is itemizing into that shield bow, and it's just going to be so ridiculously hard to kill this Yone.
He is accelerated, and this is not what you wanted to see. The damage is going to be there for him, and he's going to be a huge threat. And honestly, that's the main target. If you kill this Yone, you probably win every fight after that. But are they going to be able to consistently pick off Crow and kill him fast enough before he can get all these healing and shielding and ultimates?
Oh no, it's an Infernal Soul. And just like that, there is a 10-minute timer before the game is over.
Yeah, the Infernal Soul having to spawn, and here's Big Twig taking another trade. He's going to dodge a lot of Qs. That's 2 Qs in a row that he dodged from Crow. That saved his life. Really good movement on the side of Big Twig to prevent himself from dying there. But yeah, he's going to need to use his sustain, use the damage. They're giving Crow everything, just giving him a red at 12 minutes. And this is where you're saying to your jungler, saying to your mid laner, please, just let him do what he needs to do, and we will come back later if this game manages to stay in a neutral state.
Yeah, you know, Crow's just going to continually heal up from the Vamp Scepter and the red buff passive healing, and Big Twig is not having a fun time right now. You know, he's died once. Big Twig has died once. Crow has 4 kills, and he's just sitting in mid lane saying, "Guys, it's not my fault."
Yeah, he needs to be trying to collect up these waves. He's going to need Soximus's help. Let Django put in his work. He's already taken 3 plates solo, and that is massive for what can be put out from the side of this thing. But now Yone is looking for Django in the top side. He should be being pinged that this is where they're looking. They're trying to punish this Jax, who has been pushing the majority of this matchup. And honestly, they have push in all of their lanes right now, with Bobrovsky being able to just insta-shove with double E and Q. So this is a really difficult spot for the laners at the moment.
Yeah, at this point, one of the things that's kind of concerning to me is that we're 14 minutes in. This Yone is going to have a shield bow soon. We don't have any healing reduction on anyone at this point. Which, like, yes, you know, you want to make sure you get your big item breakpoints.
This is a lot of damage coming through. Yone has ulted in, but now there's a fight on the other side of the map. Once again, Antunes is charmed and stunned up. There's no way he makes it out here, and this is a lot of damage from taking up, and that's going to be Gunsy picking it up, as now Crow has been caught out. This is going to be a big kill if this goes over. Are they going to be able to pick it up? As Django is not going to find it, and Django is going to get the flash Q, but now he's going to be in trouble with Crit Addict behind him, and the Gunsy on the chase. Is that going to be the Jax getting out? The Q on the cone has managed to save him, as that Q cooldown came up just in time to prevent any further CC, and that's a big shutdown to have been picked up by the side of this Jax.
Yeah, that's an incredibly important shutdown to be picked up by Jax here, and Photograph hopefully going to be picking up this tower on the bot side. Honestly, Ziggs passive and Satchel Charge make it relatively easy for them. But, you know, Jax getting more gold, like that, the 6-item Jax is probably their win condition at this point. Because this Yone is going to be so hard to deal with otherwise.
Yeah, they need to get into the point where they can fight. They can choose not to fight. So OOD has so much versatility in their composition. They can wave clear with Feather if they just put the Ziggs mid. They don't have to take these fights. And honestly, just let the Jax put in his work. This bot tower is about to drop. You swap him out. Let Ziggs go top and just do the same thing he did to the bot tower to the top tower. And that should definitely be the next play instead of trying to kill this Yone, who is the focal point of the POG team at the moment.
Yeah, honestly, at this point, like, I don't think that the Merc treads are necessarily even the ideal thing for Django. Like, I think that right here, you just fully itemize for the Yone, because that's where all of their damage is really going to be coming from.
It looks like that's going to be the avenue that they're looking for, as Django is trying to get this wave pushed in. Crit is doing his best to freeze it, but Rammus is here, so this is going to be a bit of a concern. As the stun is going to land, the knockup is also going to be there. That is nothing that this Lulu can do. There's too much CC that's going to come out consecutively, and now they're going to be looking for a play on this bot side. As Bobrovsky is stunned, he's caught out. The R has landed. Oh, Bobrovsky, you're not going to make it, and that's a kill picked up for the side of Jiggs. That's a bunch of gold going over as Big Twig is fighting Crow. This is not what you need to be doing, as the snapback has been taken, and an auto into the charge is probably going to wrap up this tower, as Big Twig, no, he is landing, and that's going to be his life, or he flashes away and just makes it out. But yeah, Big Twig is playing on a knife's edge right now.
Yeah, you know, no flash on the Silas anymore, and while he picks up the Karma ulti, like that, Yeah, you know, that Rift Herald is going to do so much damage to those towers. All you have to do right now is buy time. You don't need to fight. You don't need to, like, keep... You just need to keep them there. You don't need to try to go for a kill.
Yeah, and this is a series of events that have benefited OOD exclusively as, look at the gold. They've managed to come back completely, only 600 gold behind. Crow is getting caught out. This is going to be an aggressive fight. There's not a lot of damage coming out. Big Twig is going to be in trouble. He is going to be taken out by Gunsy in the foreseeing moments, as now that's going to be another fight that was completely unnecessary for OOD to take, as now they've given over 2 kills in a fight. Why? You don't need to kill him.
Yeah, and the fight was directly before Infernal. Like, one of the big things here, right, is that, like I said, the game ends in 10 minutes. Like, right now, in 5. Because if they can't contest these Infernals, and if you do end up, if they do end up getting the Infernal Soul, what are you going to do against literally any of that team comp? Because, like, don't get me wrong, Yone is going to be really scary with Infernal, but the fact that you're going to have 4 supports who are literally just going for healing and shielding, on top of it is just going to be so ridiculous.
But they're looking to find that Ecto is stunned up. He's just going to be dropping. A shutdown has gone over to the side of the Ziggs. A bunch of gold into Ziggs' pocket. That is exactly what you need to have happen to get these benefits. Django is still here. This is going to be a big fight. This is a 4v5 if they're continuing to look for it. Are they going to give the game for this red? Now they're stunned up. This is a bunch of damage onto Yone. Yone is dead.
Oh,
there is no carry alive. Gunsy is dropping too. Now you just have the support. Crit Addict is on the run. Everybody is falling. Django has picked up another kill. Bobrovsky is going to be in trouble. He's going to have to flash away. Big Twig has made it out. A big fight for the side of OOD that has given them the gold lead.
All right, you know, just catching out, they're managed to catch out Crow right at the beginning of that fight. And let's see exactly how this happens here. So Django's looking to get the red buff. Crow wants to contest and goes right on in, and they just lock down Crow, and Ziggs is able to free fire in the back.
Absolutely. Ziggs with the damage, and you have to give Big Twig his credit. If you did not see it, that was a 4-man Soul and Seraphine ulti that prevented any follow-up from coming through when Crow landed that R. He found an avenue to find a good fight, and when these supports are CC'd, there is nothing that they can do. There's no heals, there's no shields, nothing came out, and Crow just died instantly.
Yeah, and, you know, Crow just going to pick up the Phantom Dancer. You know, you got your 100% crit chance here. But one of the big things is that Crow still doesn't have the Infinity Edge. Once Crow has the Infinity Edge, it's going to be significantly more scary to deal with his Yone. But until then, this game is still very firmly in Udir's hands. When they make a mistake, POG can capitalize on it incredibly hard. But as long as they stop going directly in for fights that you don't need to take, I think that Udir actually are in a really good position here.
Yeah, I think they are in a dominating position. They have all the tools. They have so much CC. They have the taunts. Basically, if Crow goes in next to Rammus, Rammus just taunts him up, and Ziggs will obliterate a Yone at all points into the game if he is just getting pelted by this massive Ziggs ultimate and this is CC. This is going to be really, really difficult for a one-threat composition because Exhaust is going to be available for the side of Ziggs, and there's an Ignite for healing reduction. So this is OOD knows that they only need to kill Crow, and then that's all it is. That all it is for the damage of POG.
Yeah, and strangely enough, we see the Seraphine picking up the Luden's Echo here, which honestly, I don't know. Like if you're
to be a threat.
Yeah, if you're already planning on playing, you know, everything into the Yone basket, I think that you just go like double Moonstaff and just play into it.
I guess they're worried about the multiplicative value of shielding. There is an incident where too much shields can be less value than what you are getting, but now Big Twig's caught out. He's going to take a bunch of damage. He has no stopwatch, so he's going to just die. This is a bunch of things. Crow has been snapped back, but he snapped back onto the Ziggs bombs. A bunch of damage found out. Now Gunsy is in trouble. The teleports are coming in, and everybody is running. They need to get out, as Gunsy is going to fall. He has nothing available for himself. Rammus is on the back line. He is going to find Bobrovsky. Now, this is Rammus. He's running out. He's going to try to get away. He's dodged the Q3. He is still alive. They are tanking so much damage. Soximus is putting in so much work. The knockup has come through. Crow is going to get a big R. He's going to take down the Ziggs. Now this is everything that's going to be on to Crow. A triple kill has gone through for Yone as this fight is massive, as he is going to get a quadra kill as everybody has died and Crow has found everything.
Why did they fight that? Like, right now, so they get a catch on Big Twig. That sucks. Okay. So then Soximus goes in here. I don't think you need to necessarily fight this. I think that as long as they stay top lane, Django is already bot. He's already able to get the tower. If you keep them in the area, he could even push for an inhib tower here. But instead, they decide to fight. Soximus is already caught out here. He's going to die. It's fine. You're not going to kill Crow. I don't think you're going to win this 3v3. And Crow lands the ultimate onto Photograph. And all of a sudden, the fight that maybe, potentially, could have been in Udyr's favor is completely unwinnable.
Yeah, there's way too much CC, way too much healing shield. If you don't kill Crow with your initial combo, you cannot continue to go, and that's so much gold giving over to this Yone, who is the only threat in this composition. You only have to deal with one person, and now they're going to be running straight to this Baron. I don't know if they could take it. There's 15 seconds onto this onto Rammus. There's teleports not available for the side of OOD, so they should be aware of that. And now it's only going to be Big Twig as everybody from POG is alive, and they're running towards this Baron as fast as their legs will carry it. But they don't have very good siege, so they only can really fight around this next dragon that's going to be spawning in a minute.
Well, you know, the thing is, like, Soximus is going to be up in time. It is Rammus. Rammus is very fast. Hopefully the Super Mega Inferno Bomb can do something, but, like, this is a difficult situation to find yourself in.
Yeah, Gunsey is here. Rammus is also here. That's going to be the RN. The Smite has come through, and Bobrovsky has got it. This is a big fight. Big Twig is on the back line, and everybody is taking a bunch of damage. Now they are coming in slow. Crow is still alive. He is going to be taking the snapback. Baron has been secured. They are going to opt out of fighting any further, but there's 40 seconds left onto this dragon. You lost your Lulu, but also on the opposite side, Silas is dead. There is a teleport on Silas when he's alive in 20 seconds. That is when the dragon is spawning in 30. This is going to be a big fight to see who picks up this Inferno.
Yeah, I don't know about this because, like, the thing is,
oh no, they're kicking a bush.
Perfect.
They're going to find Bobrovsky. He's just going to die instantly, and this is going to be a 3v5. The teleports are available for both the Silas and the Lulu, so this fight is not over yet, and Soximus did utilize his flash. Django is on the backline getting these minions in, and this is going to be a big fight. This Inferno is going to be massive. Can Gunsey get the steal? Let's see if those jungle hands are ready, as they are, OOD already has the pressure to be starting this dragon.
Yeah, the two ways how you deal with these roaming deathball comps is one, goon squad one random person, so that way they can't actually fight, or two, split push. And right now they can't
Crow
really
just
split
uses
push.
his stat back in, so there's really nothing to do. Lulu all has been stolen. This is a 4v5 straight up. Crow's going to take a bunch of damage. The teleport is coming in. They're going to need to burst this dragon as quick as possible. They are opting to just fight. Gunsey is going in. The charm has landed. This is a big knockup from the side of Soximus. Soximus is on the back line trying to do as much
on the back
as
line?
Yone is going to come in. This is a big amount of damage. Soximus is going to die for free. The dragon is going to be stolen by Zinchao. This fight has been disastrous so far. Crow is going in. He's finding everybody. There's too much shields. There's too much healing. Photograph is not going to be alive for any longer, as that is everyone dropping. And if Ziggs does not get back to base, this could just be the game.
Yeah, and just like that, you know, the fight gets split up, and, you know, Crow, as we said, they started off the fight using up his Z. At this point, you just burst the dragon. And there's just so little that you can really do here. Super Mega Inferno Bomb goes in, that's fine. They're zoned off, burst the dragon.
Like, this is Soximus just going too far. You don't need to dive the backline in this comp. The only person you need to focus is Crow. As soon as you dive and Crow goes back before you, now your backline is and you're zoned out. You die for free, and then this is just a disaster.
Yeah, and just like that, POG have, you know, all 4 dragon stacking, and there's so little that Udyr can do in response. Like, they're just gonna run straight down mid lane, and I don't know, they might even end the game here.
They're definitely going to look for it. Ziggs is just going for the push, so he hasn't popped that back button yet, but you need to. You're pushing into Baron, Ziggs. If you die, the game is over. Please, Photograph needs to base. It looks like he's not going to. He stayed on the wave, and Crit Addict can just prevent him from basing now.
I think Crit Addict can just kill him.
If Photograph dies, that's going to be the flash up. Photograph needs to base. I don't know what he is doing. Everyone is going to be alive. This is not the play. And now you're going to be running back, and this is everything. Zinchao is going to be popped. Photograph is just going to die. That is your wave clear gone, and now you're trying to prevent the game from just being over. You have a 4v5. A bunch of damage is going to be popped onto Crow, as he's going to have the snack back available for him in just a moment. Is he going to get out? But why stay there?
I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. There's just so much to say.
Yeah, in Game 5, this can happen. The brains get a little sloppy. The plays get a little rusty. Everything can become a lot more difficult to focus. These guys have been playing for upwards of 3 hours. They've been trying to keep that mental tight, and it's just small mistakes is going to be who decides this game. And stuff like that is just that it's hard to understand what the plan was.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and right now, they're trying to farm up, they're trying to get themselves back into the game, but I think that they've already missed their shot. Crow is sitting on 3 items, Infinity Edge fully completed, and
he's just gonna find Django. Django is gonna have to go out. The Q3 is gonna go out. The R has missed. Django has dodged everything possible. Is he still gonna be able to live? The Relic is gonna come in, so that's gonna be everything that Crow has of burn, and Django is still alive. The teleport is available. Django is gonna need to base as soon as possible to prevent anything further. But you have to remember, there is still massive wave clear on the side of OOD. If Photograph is alive, they can prevent the majority of these towers from going down.
Yeah, and one of the things here, right, Photograph can hopefully do their best in terms of wave clear, try to keep the towers from going down, but that means that they're going to be in a position where they have to 5v5.
It looks like they're setting up for another fight. The Seraphine ultimate is stolen. They saw that ultimate still, and they know they need to get out. This is an Infernal Soul available. They should just let Ziggs pressure, let Ziggs clear these waves. There's nothing that needs to be done. Crow is going to be dashing in. He's not going to find anything. All those shields are going to be way too much protection to burst him at this moment, but Ecto has taken a lot of poke. Any further push could be dangerous for the side of POG as they look for something. And then Jax is just pushing this mid lane for free, so just allow Ziggs to do what Ziggs does.
Yeah, you've got team-wide healing and shielding at this point. Soxum is trying to look to
go in. Crow is going to go in. A bunch of damage. The knockup is there. Crow has game top. They're all charmed up. And now Crow is sitting on his hourglass, and the roots are there. They are looking to find the stuns. Crow has not dropped yet. There's too much damage. Gunsy is going to fall. So much fighting. They have the shields. Crow is going to be picking up everybody as he's gone back in, and they finally find him, but everyone's going to die. And now that's a triple kill for Bobrovsky. He's tanking the tower. This could easily be the game, but we are... There is 30 seconds on the nearest base timing. If they have the damage, if they have the autos, this could be it. The supports are still alive.
Yeah, I think at this point they're not going to look for it. They're just going to be looking to get the inhib. But like, these team fights are so much closer than expected, but that's under their tower. Like, it's so... Like, everything is said with an asterisk. Like, yes, maybe Udyr gets back into this game. Asterisk. If POG run at them under their tower. Like, these fights are look close on paper, but it's just so difficult to play into this at this point.
No, but why not just let Django continue to push mid? Why look for an engage? Even if Crow's playing really aggressive, just let Ziggs clear the waves, man.
Yeah, at this point, it's just really difficult, and I feel like they're just at the point where they know that this is going to be hard to play into, and they want to make something happen. But this is one of those games where you just kind of have to sit back and let the game play out, because the more you try to force something, the more difficult this game's just gonna get. Like, yeah, and you cannot contest this Baron.
Yeah, they're at the point where this is just going to be an easy Baron to pick up. Ziggs is going to be this big target. He is the one who's going to be fighting. Crow is looking for Evan. He's chasing down Photograph. He's just going to find them. That's going to be a pick. You cannot afford to give up anything further. The Baron is just going to be dropping. Let it go. It's gone. And let Django continue to split push through these minions, and hopefully you can delay as much as possible. It looks like Soximus is going to be looking for the steal by himself. He has his flash available. Big Twig is also on his way, but that is going to be the dash in from Crow. He's going to be getting root up, and he's going to be hopping back. Soximus is going to look to make the big play. He's already in a bunch of damage. The Smite has gone over to Gunsy, and Soximus is flashing out. Now he's going to be trying to get out as fast as possible. It is just Crow. The charm has landed from Bobrovsky as Soximus is trying to live and delay as much time as in, but he is going to go down, and that is Django basing, and they are pinging onto the base with a 4v5 with Baron as still 5 seconds before Ziggs is going to be available.
Yeah, at this point, it just feels like POG is just going to run straight down mid, and then with their full 5v5 comp, it's just so difficult to deal with this. You know, they've got Infernal Soul, they've got 13 kills on the Yone. Like, what do you do?
Yeah, the inhib is spawning, so that is going to take up a little bit of POG's time. This is where the delay has to happen. This is where Ziggs is going to need to wave clear and prevent these minions from getting in as long as possible. Crow has no ultimate for the foreseeable future, and it looks like they're going to opt out of going for a straight-up tower dive, as that prevents the game from ending, and Rymus is going to be up in 4 seconds. Elder is available. This is a big fight. You have to fight for Elder. Crow is looking for the pick. Everybody is trying to find. Django is going to be caught out. The brace has gone over. Crow is going to get stunned up. Photograph is sitting in his hourglass, and the snapback is available. Django's taking a bunch of damage. He has his shield popped. He's going to need to get out. The flash out is available. A bunch of damage from Crow. He's in the middle of the fight. A big ultimate. Everybody's dropping. Django is not going to make it. Big Twig is going to drop. Photograph is going to find himself in the death chamber in just a moment, and everybody's been picked up. And POG has picked up Game 5 in a 3 support composition with multiple role swaps. They find it, and they will be going to the finals to face SGR.
Yeah, and just like that, you know, POG, they said that they were going to have a really whack draft, and they definitely brought it, and they made it work.
They made it work, and the mentals were stronger on the side of POG. A really long series, a really big, huge delays, huge time, and it looks like they managed to push through and take Game 5 after losing the previous 2 and lock in their spot to face the SGR in the finals.
Whew. What a game. Like, honestly, there's so little I can say here. Like, you saw the same game that we were watching. Like, what a game.
Yep, the grief is OP, the anger, the tired brains create tired hands, and it looks like OOD just didn't have enough in the tool casket to prevent this series of unfortunate events that just led to Yone become massive, and him being the only threat was apparently good enough, as he just solo carried the majority of these team fights. Are we okay. So with that game being wrapped up and the conclusion of our semifinal series, we thank everybody for watching, and we hope that you'll be back for the amazing finals that we're going to have between SGR and POG to decide who is going to be our FOF Season 3 Mythic champions.
Oh boy.
Thank you for everybody who watched. That is bye from me, and good night.
Hmm.